match. Again, we just relied on our backs like all year. Relied on our O-line. They did a heck of a job. It was fundamentals in the ball. That's something that hasn't changed. That's something that we preach at training camp is making sure we're holding on to football and taking football away on defense. And we saw that.
Allen, a couple more rushing touchdowns today. He's got 7 in the playoffs. Time second most time to back to postseason. The other guy before that, but buddy Steve Young, about able to for your postseason games. 10 o'clock Eastern time. Grab that phone. Sports Center until 11 Eastern time. Here on the East Coast, snowstorm working its way up the East Coast towards the again, because it didn't start off that way, but it started off with a bag for the home team as Rams were down on that victory over Minnesota on Monday night, and really has not been great from the scoring. There's the first drive. There's those first 40-yard touchdown. He made the miss yesterday. It's 6-7. And there is Tyler Higbee. Good throw for Matthew Stafford, 7-6. Rams under 2 to go in the first, and there goes Saquon Barkley on the 3rd and 4.
What's up, guys? Hello, Chris. Hello, Steven. We actually don't really have anything left over today. We had no leftover spots, and we only have one unpaid for, which is Titus Sissel, and Meb had already messaged me, and I gave him first dibs on Sissel if he doesn't get paid for in the next 3 minutes. So it'll be a quick start tonight. Let's see. Let me just double check. Yeah, everybody else has been paid for. So we'll get into things quick tonight. What's going on, Darren? No leftovers. Which I'm surprised. I thought tonight might have ended up being a one of those breaks where everybody's getting ready for Sapphire tomorrow and waited for tomorrow's break instead of going crazy tonight. But everybody was still all in on the jumbos tonight. And then tomorrow we have a jumbo, a Sapphire, and 2 hobbies. So for those of you guys who are waiting for Sapphire, we will be breaking that tomorrow night, and we'll be breaking that on Tuesday night. Tuesday night will be Brian. Tomorrow night will be me. So let's see. We have what was that? Just a message. Somebody asking if we were live. All right. Let's choose 3 out of these 4 boxes to break tonight. The Dodgers. At some point, do we need to put a fair play rule in baseball and not just the luxury tax? And this is a Met fan saying this, so I'm cautious with what I ask for. But for the Dodgers to have an all-star at every position, an all-star in all 5 of their rotation spots, sign the best relief pitcher on the market, what do you do? Do you just allow them to roll over the entire league forever? All right, let's choose our boxes for tonight. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. First 3 people to give me numbers can choose which 3 of those boxes we're going to break tonight. We have number 2, number 1, and number 3. So number 4 will go back into, well, back over to the side. And we'll start with, let's see, we said 2 first, so we'll go 2 first. For at least the next 10 years, we just have to let the Dodgers win. It's gonna, if it's not annoying already, it's gonna definitely get annoying after a couple of years of them just absolutely rolling over everybody. All right, let me just do one more refresh. It's 10:04. Meb, let me know if you are in the room. We still have Sissel available. Going to leave it for another couple seconds. Manfred, yeah, Manfred definitely calls this. All right, Meb Sissel is good for you if you still want him. He's still available. Let me know if you want to grab that. Yep, he has not paid, and it's 10:05. So I'm going to cancel that order on eBay now, and he's good to go for you. All right, Sissel is canceled and good to go for you, Meb. And then we're going to get started nice and quick tonight. Let's see. How about that round 1, pick 19? Rich, who was round 1, pick 19? Trying to think who was in the 19 range. I want to say off the top of my head, I can't. Oh, it's Benj. Nice. How about Carson Benj? Let's get him to the majors in a couple of years. All right. Let's see. All right, we're underway, guys. Let's see, Rich. What do you think about the Mets should do about their first base, or just adding one more bat issue, assuming that Pete is no longer going to be a Met next year? Which I would not have said that last week, but it seems like that's going to be the case now. Seems like Boris is asking for too much, and despite it sounding like Pete wanted to come back, it looks like his agent's going to talk him out of town. Do we go Vladdy? And if we go Vladdy, I heard the asking price might be more than the Yankees paid for Soto, which is quite a steep price. So do we want Vladdy bad enough that we would give up Sproat, Jet Williams? I would assume we probably send them a major league piece in there, maybe Marte or McNeil. And I would think at least another couple of prospects. Is that too much for Vladdy? Do we wait until the end of the year and see if we could just get him in free agency? Was it a strategic play to sign Vladdy Guerrero to the Mets to try and get his older brother to come to the team eventually? We're starting off with a really nice card tonight. Christian Moore, Peyton Toll, John Spikerman, Nathan Flewelling, Nick Mitchell, James Tibbs, and Kalen Culpepper. I was going to guess he was 21st. Kalen Culpepper was Chase Harlan, Casey Cook, Jamie Ferrer, Eli Serrano, our first non-first, Leo DeVries, Berlin Brazaban, Sebastian Walcott, Tink Hentz, Yohan Cespedes, Enrique Bradfield Jr., Braylon Morrell, Byron Churio, Lunar Glow, I should say, of Luis Baez, Christian Moore, and Paulinho Santana, our first inserts. Where do I have some penny sleeves? Let's see. Vladdy is a top first base. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about giving up all of that, but with the position the Mets are in right now, they can kind of afford to give up all of that. So I'm kind of torn on it. I would prefer not to give up Sproat. I would prefer not to give up Jet Williams because he seems like a good franchise player, but also he didn't really perform as well as he could have last year. So if we have to give up Jet Williams, I guess I would not be that upset. I'm not super high on him at the moment. Sounds like maybe Luis Angel Acuna would be part of the deal. Like the way he played at the end of last year, but not 100% convinced that he's the future at second base either. We have a sky blue paper coming up here. It's Felny and Celestin, numbered to 499, 440 of 499. First chrome of Blake Burke and Braylon Payne and Chase Burns. Gage Miller, Ivan Luciano, Ryan Campos, Aaron Parker, AJ Causey, Bryce Cunningham, Levi Sterling, Dante Nori, Trey Savage, bunch of first rounders. Bryce Cunningham in a refractor. Levi Sterling, Dante Nori, Trey Savage again. Christian Moore in a refractor. Getting all the guys we already have in chrome in a refractor now. Peyton Toll, Spikerman, Flewelling, and our first auto is base, and it's Bryce Cunningham. So seeing a lot of guys twice already with a Cam Smith plasma power behind that. A lot to sleeve up from that one. Is there talk of anybody else trying to trade for Vladdy right now, or is he just really linked to the Mets? I kind of feel like at this point Stearns maybe tried to pull one over on Vladdy and signed his little brother. I also saw the international signings happen this week, so there was actually a bunch of interesting baseball news this week outside of just the Sasaki signing by the Dodgers, the Tanner Scott signing by the Dodgers, the international free agent sign. Mets got some kid, I think, was it Elias Pena, who is only the third ever international signing 64 hit tool, and the other two were Vlad Guerrero and Wander Franco. So fingers crossed that turns out to be anything like either of those two players. Chris, haven't heard much news. So yeah, there was the international signings. The other thing, which again isn't, I mean, it's not huge news, but it's relevant, is a lot of teams started sending out spring training non-roster invites. So not huge news there, but it'll be interesting to see what guys get a chance to show up at big league camp and make a mark. I opened up that list. I might at some point read off some of those names. I think a lot of A's from what I remember. No refractors in this one. No refractors in paper either. We have a Woody Hadeen, Eddie Reinertz, Carter Matheson, Nate Dome, Luke Holman, Griffin Burkholder, Jonathan Santucci, first rounder Kellen Lindsay, Theo Gielan, Connor Griffin, Carter Johnson, Drew Beam, Nate Knowles, Jackson Wentworth, Adriel Rodney, Max Clark, Josue DePaula, Arjun Namala, Zaire Hope, Brock Porter, and inserts Caglione and Bazana. Let's see. Dodgers fans bagged on the Astros for cheating by competing. Yeah, other Dodgers going to turn into as hated a team as the Astros were for their cheating scandal for all this. Do we think there was, Meb? Do you think there was anything that went on illegally with the Roki Sasaki signing? I know there are some mentions out there that something shady might have happened. I don't know what it was they were thinking. We have another base auto coming up here. Nick McLean, Blake Larson, Carter Holton, Boston Bateman, Ryan Waldschmidt, and Cam Smith, Jack Caglione, Cam Caminiti, Ben Hess, Tyson Lewis, Billy Amick, Cole Messina, refractors of Carson DiMartini, Rodney Green, Trey Snyder, Cody Shojinaga, Ethan Bagwell, Casey Sauke, Cole Mathis, Jared Thomas, and Johnny King, base auto, Travis Bazana, plasma power. So 2 autos out, and we have a Johnny King base auto and a Bryce Cunningham base auto. See if we can improve on that. I have to imagine we can. Been doing good on the first refractors so far, though. All refractors have been first so far in this one. Chris says he already hates the Dodgers. Chris, our resident Yankee fan. I can't disagree with you from across town. I was also talking to my brother yesterday, and I was saying that I feel like we are not accounting enough yet for the Phillies' Andrew Painter factor. Is Andrew Painter going to be up this year? And if he is, he could certainly have an impact on the the NL race. Let's see. Try to keep the Padres from getting their international guys. Let's see. Who's my favorite hitting prospect in this product? I mean, I have to agree on Caglione. That's the easy answer. Let's see. I don't really have an underdog prospect here. We have a green and a purple coming up. Let me think. I feel like I heard really good things about Connor Griffin as well in terms of high upside, but also potential big swing and miss possibility. There's a Sissel, Hunter Cratton, Seaver King, Carson Benj, Brody Brecht, Bryce McCage, Josh Hartle, Kavaris Tears, Zach Earhart, Ariel Armis, Theron Lorenzo with a lot of dust on it, Camilo Diaz, Ashedri Vargas, Brandon Sproat, Zach Veen, Harry Ford, Walker Martin, Johnny Farmello, and let's see what our refractors are. First numbered refractors of the break. We have a first of Carson Benj. Speaking of that 18th overall pick, first time I think I've pulled a Benj refractor, 114 of 250. And we have another first here in Caleb Bowman. True Green, number 27 of 99, Nick Kurtz and Braden Montgomery inserts. So both firsts on our first two numbered hits of the break. Caleb Bowman, we've been hitting him a lot recently. I think he hit 2 autographs in one of our recent breaks. And Benj, is that one going to you, Rich? You brought up Benj before. Is he your guy tonight? There we go, Rich. Happy to pull it for you. Meb saying Kurtz or Moore are his guys in the product. Let's see. Alan says makes you think of the 90s Yankees from an M's fan standpoint. I mean, I feel like the Dodgers are better though than the 90s Yankees were. As cohesive and good as the Yankees were, it wasn't like they had the best player at every position, and a good amount of that was homegrown. Even though they were going out and signing the biggest free agents, it was like one free agent, not like the biggest free agent at every single position. And what? How many starting pitchers have they signed at this point? 5. We have a Bazana Sky Blue paper. Nice hit there. 241 of 499 for the first overall pick. Nick Montgomery, Ryan Sloan, Jacob Cozart, J.D. Dix, Braden Montgomery, and Nick Kurtz. Dylan Dreeling, Brendan Neely, Fenwick Trimble, Ty Southacene, Geronda Berry, Ryan Johnson. Refractors, we have Ethan Scheffelbein, Ethan Anderson, Chris Cortez, Braylon Dowdy, Griff O'Farrell, Bryce Rayner, Hagen Smith, Mike Sirota, another base autograph of another late-round pitcher, Brian Holiday, and James Tibbs Plasma Power. Lots of first refractors in this box. We like that. Lots of good names, too. Rayner and Hagen Smith. Let's open up some more penny sleeves. All right, refractors of Schiefelbein, Anderson, Cortez, Dowdy. First round chrome of J.D. Dix, Nick Kurtz, Braden Montgomery. First Bazana of the night is numbered, and Brian Holiday. Now we certainly have to only be able to go up on these autographs. Holiday, Johnny King, and Bryce Cunningham on the board so far. Let's see what else. What else are people saying about who their favorite player is? Mev doesn't know much about Caglione. Chris saying they're the most hated National League team. I hate a few AL teams, with the Red Sox being number one. Happy to hear people saying Benj is a great player. And we're on to the next one. Brantley Love and Hagen Smith. Well, we got some Hagen Smith refractor there. Moore hit a plasma power auto and a break the other day for you, Chris. I don't know exactly what was going on, but there was some kind of I don't know if it was a simulation. Ooh, we have some interesting stuff coming up here. It looks like 3 hits. Christian Moore was hitting against either Trevor Bauer or a simulation of Trevor Bauer. I couldn't tell what exactly was going on. And he hit a bomb against him, and that was some kind of headline that people were talking about. Mike Sirota, Carson DiMartini, Rodney Green, Trey Snyder, Shoji Naga, Bagwell, Sauki, Cole Mathis, Jared Thomas. We have Dalton Rushing, Luis Guanipa, Samuel Vasallo, Vladimir Asensio, Jose Perdomo, Aiden Major, LP Langevin, Chandler Welch. We have a Chase Alsop Speckle, number 171 of 200. We have a Alexander Albertus, Teal Wave, number 47 of 125. And we have a gold in action coming up of Cam Caminiti. Looking like it's in good condition. 43 of 50 there with a Bazana in action and Carson Benj in tune behind that. So a gold, a teal, and a speckle on that one. Let's get this Cam Caminiti in a sleeve. One of the nicest Cam Caminitis we've hit recently for the Braves first rounder. So getting a nice Benj, a nice Bonemer, and a nice Bazana on the board already. I'm trying to remember what the name was. There was I noticed a Dodgers prospect got traded for cash considerations to the Reds 2 days ago. Also, he was in a product recently, and I'm trying to remember who it was. All right, let's see if we can get some color on the board finally in one of our autos. 3 base so far, and we're gonna break that streak with a blue wave. Hopefully we get a big name too. We have Dakota Jordan, Daniel Egan, Josh Caron, Randall Diaz, Ethan Anderson, Brian Holiday, Chris Cortez, Ethan Schiefelbein, Braylon Dowdy, Griff O'Farrell, Bryce Rayner, and Hagen Smith. Refractors, we have Blake Burke, Braylon Payne, Chase Burns, Gage Miller, Ivan Luciano, Ryan Campos, Aaron Parker, AJ Causey. We have another pitcher getting a hit here, and it's Tyson Neighbors with the Blue Wave auto with a Braden Montgomery plasma power. So Tyson Neighbors, one of the more chased pitchers in this product. Neighbors getting the first time I've pulled an autograph of him with the Blue Wave, number 33 of 150. Cool hit there. I'm going to pull down the Caleb Bonemer, and we'll put that one up there with the Benj and the Bazana and the Cam Caminiti gold in action. Lots to sleeve up from this one, too, before we get to one more pack out of box number 1 of 3. Let me catch up with the chat. Looks like there's a lot going on tonight. I love it. And I'm going to shift these cards over because these piles are getting in my way already. Glad to see a nice tall stack of sleeved up cards already. It means a lot of first refractors are on the board in this first box. I think we have another one of those cases where we haven't had a single non-first refractor. All right, let's see. What do we have? Chris saying, personally, I like Caminiti out of those three. Chase Burns, Hagen Smith, or Cam Caminiti. I've heard good things about all of them, honestly. Let's see. Have a few Cam Caminiti autos, PSA. Going to PSA. He's going to be a good pitcher, says Brantley. Was all this Cam talk before I pulled the Cam Caminiti Gold or after I pulled the Cam Caminiti Gold? Let's see. Burns 1 second for a reason, says Meb. Being in the Braves farm system definitely helps Cam. They do seem to develop pitching well. Cruz is hiding. Oh, yeah, we've not seen a Dylan Cruz yet. No color in the papers. Jamie Ferrer, Eli Serrano, Aiden May, Blake Wright. There's our first Bazana Chrome. Cash Mayfield, Caleb Bonemer, Cal Steven, Josh Kuroda-Grauer, Johnny King, Sam Antonacci, Herrick Hernandez, Alexander Albertus, Ty Pete, Yoandre Vargas, Kyle Teal. I don't know if anybody saw the Kyle Teal story that got posted the other day. Apparently, Kyle Teal was famous in Boston for taking batting practice naked and admitted to it. Francisco Villarreal, Giovanni Rodriguez, Parker Smith, and Connor Foley, Chase Burns, and Max Clark in action and in tune. We'll see what they think of that in the Chicago organization now that Kyle Teal's over in Chicago. Not Wilman Diaz. That was not the name I saw. Let's see. It was Arnaldo Lantigua, who I thought, wasn't Arnaldo Lantigua a Met signee? I thought Arnaldo Lantigua was a Met. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just remembering that wrong. Big Tyson for Brantley. Brantley, we got you that Neighbors. Awesome pull there. Good looking card. Best looking Tyson Neighbors we've pulled yet this year. And we are going to finish with a teal wave auto. So started with 3 base, but big improvement at the end there with a blue and a teal. So 125 and 150 coming out to finish this box off. Levi Sterling, Dante Nori, and Trey Savage, Christian Moore, Peyton Toll, John Spikerman, Nathan Flewelling, Nick Mitchell, James Tibbs and Kalen Culpepper, Chase Harlan, Casey Cook, Connor Griffin, Refractor, Carter Johnson, Drew Beam, Dakota Jordan, Daniel Egan, Josh Caron, Randall Diaz, Brian Holiday. Can we get a batter? Nope. We're going to get 5 pitchers in a jumbo box. Parker Smith. That is a teal wave to 199. So 193 of 199. And Leo DeVries there. So I guess that's an aqua wave, not a teal wave then. All right, there's Parker Smith, our 5th autograph of the break. All firsts again in the refractors, keeping that streak going throughout the entire first box. So a bunch to sleeve up here. Then I'll start on box number 2 of the night. Anybody see any Sapphire boxes ripped yet? Mine got here Friday night. There it is. That is 1 guaranteed autograph, 3 guaranteed parallels, but my fingers are crossed that it is like it was last year, where you end up with more than 2 parallels in each box. I think most of our boxes had at least 4 parallels in them. And by most, I mean, I think I probably only ended up opening up like a handful, maybe 5, because the price got so crazy. This year, I was able to get that first one through Montgomery Club, but they only allowed you 1. So that's the one we got from Montgomery Club. I was able to have 2 friends enter the raffle on Friday and get boxes. So I'll have at least 2 more Sapphire breaks up. Brian has his one also. So we'll have on the channel at least 4 Sapphire breaks, and then we'll see what the secondary market prices look like. I think last year they were somewhere in the 700 plus range. I think now they might even be in the 900 range with Skeens in that checklist. Let's see. Sirota was traded to the Dodgers from the Reds. Yes, that one I remember seeing. Let's see. Chris and Darren said before. I forgot what that was referring to. And Brantley says, be sending it along with the True Blue Cash Mayfield auto as soon as you receive it. Awesome. Looks like it could be in good enough. I don't see any reason at quick glance that it would be good enough to send to PSA. Looks like centering is good. I don't see any whiting on any of the corners from what I could see here. So looks like it could be for sure a gradable Tyson Neighbors. All right, box number 2. Pack number 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's see if we can get some hitter autographs in any of these 5 packs. Empty box number 2. All right, what can we get in our first pack here? Looks like same as last time. A Lunar Crater to start us off. And no color in the paper. Ethan Anderson starts us off in chrome. Chris Cortez, Braylon Dowdy, Griff O'Farrell, Bryce Rayner, and Hagen Smith. Mike Sirota, speaking of, the now Dodger Mike Sirota, Carson DeMartini, Rodney Green, Trey Snyder, Cody Shojanaga, Rainer Arias, Rhett Lauder, Aiden Miller, Eduardo Herrera, Dowell Joseph, Fernando Cruz, Chase Alsop, Michael Massey, Ethan Salas is the Lunar Crater, Lunar Glow, Hagen Smith, and Caglione getting in action and in tune inserts. Anybody think that this is the year that the Bills will take the Chiefs out? As a Dolphins fan, I'm going to just say I hope not. Going to be rooting for the Chiefs next week. And then the Eagles Commanders rematch for the 3rd time this year. I think the Commanders only won the one game where they knocked Jalen Hurts out in the first quarter. Have to think that the Eagles are taking that one. So, and potentially an Eagles Super Bowl. We have another base to start this one off. So both first packs had a Lunar Glow and a base auto. We have Jonathan Santucci, Kellen Lindsay, Theo Geelan, Connor Griffin, Carter Johnson, Drew Beam, Dakota Jordan, Daniel Egan, Josh Caron, Randall Diaz, Brian Holiday, Ethan Schiefelbein. Refractors of Cal Steven, Josh Kuroda Grauer, Johnny King, Sam Antonacci, Herrick Hernandez, Nick Montgomery, Ryan Sloan, Jacob Cozart, and our auto is Met Eli Serrano base auto there, our first batter auto of the night. Paulinho Santana, Plasma Power. So finally breaking the pitcher auto streak. I'm sure Meb's not happy about that. But Eli Serrano getting an auto. Is that another Rich card there? Another Met hit there with the Eli Serrano, adding it to the Carson bench. Meb saying F the Dodgers. As a, I'm sure as a Rockies / Diamondbacks fan, you have plenty of reason to root against the Dodgers already. Rich saying line's already out, ready for baseball. Yeah, I usually at this point in the season, once the Dolphins are out, I start watching more Gonzaga basketball, but they also look like they're awful this year. So time to start turning to the Mets for me too. Hopefully the season will be worth watching and it won't just be the Dodgers winning 130 games. Diego Cartaya was traded to the Twins. Yeah, they designated him for assignment, and then after that, traded him to the Twins. I don't remember if they got anything notable for him. I don't remember any big names or Bowman names in that deal. Looks like we have a blue, a teal, and that might be a refractor insert in the back also. So we might have 3 hits again in this one. Nothing in the paper. Tyson Lewis, Billy Amick, Cole Messina, Woody Hadeen, Eddie Reinards, Carter Matheson, Nate Dome, Luke Holman, Griffin Burkholder, Grant Shepardson, Rafe Schlesinger, Ural Perez, Noble Meyer, Cooper Pratt. Cooper Pratt got invited to a non-roster invitee to spring training. Tommy Troy, Miles Naylor, Jeremy Rodriguez. Our blue is Mick Abel, numbered 113 of 150. Our teal wave to 125 is Ty Pete. Nice color match there. 100 of 125. Really cool card for Ty Pete. And the refractor is Connor Griffin on the draft night refractor. 238 of 250. We also have a Hagen Smith and an Adriel Rodney. Nice hit for Connor Griffin. We've had a few nice Connor Griffin breaks recently. Very cool looking Ty Pete. One of my favorite combinations. Teal on the teal Seattle jersey. That and the purple on the purple Rockies jersey have to be my favorites. If they ever put an orange Met jersey on a card and there was a Met orange, so of course that would have to be my favorite. But that teal always looks good. JUCO starts Friday, says Meb. Also says Commanders all the way. I don't know why I'm rooting for the Eagles. Josh Hartle, Kavaris Tears, Zach Earhart, Ariel Armis, Blake Larson, Carter Holton, Boston Bateman, Ryan Waldschmidt, Cam Smith, and Jack Caglione, Cam Caminiti, Ben Hess, and finally a non-first refractor, Yoandy Morales, Juan Baez, Davison De Los Santos, Colt Emerson, Mick Abel, Travis Bazana, refractor, Cash Mayfield, Caleb Bonemer, and a blue auto outfield prospect, Griffin Burkholder, 95 of 150 true blue, and Walker Jenkins plasma power. So Burkholder, our next autograph. We have 2 hitter autos now. Second rounder, 63rd overall. Nice hit there. Let's get that one up in the background. We'll put the 2 blue autos up there. Burkholder and Neighbors. No glare in any of those. Sleeve up the hits. Bazana and Caglione adding nice cards there. Yeah, how many times have the I guess they're talking about the Eagles and the Commanders, but how many times have the Bills and the Chiefs played at this point over the last 5-6 years? All right, let's see. What do we have in the chat? Chris looking for Gage Miller tonight. I know we've said his name. I don't think anything besides base chrome yet. Don't care who wins the Super Bowl. Just don't want to see the Chiefs there. Oh man, I don't know. I've never hated them, so I would be okay with them making it over the Bills. We have no color in the back of this pack. We have no color in the paper, and we have Brandon Neely starting off the chrome. Fenwick Trimble, Ty Southasine, Ryan Johnson, Nick McLean, Titus Sissel, Hunter Cretton, Seaver King, Carson Benj, and Brody Brecht, Bryce McCage, Yohan Cespedes, Enrique Bradfield Jr., Braylon Morrell, Byron Churio, Roman Anthony, Shen Ang Lin, Emil Morales, Griffin Herring, and Kalen Culpepper and Nick Kurtz getting the inserts. So 3 first rounders in that pack. Besides that, nothing too exciting. And let's see our next auto. Nice Pete for Meb. That was a real nice tie, Pete. We named our youngest daughter Shea for Shea Stadium. Darren, I love that. My cousin just named her son's middle name is Shea, but that does not. I highly doubt that was after Shea Stadium. We have another Connor Griffin hit. Green paper 47 of 99 for Connor Griffin after we just pulled the refractor insert of him. Cal Steven, Josh Garota Grauer, Johnny King, Sam Antonacci, Herrick Hernandez, Nick Montgomery, Ryan Sloan, Jacob Cozart, J.D. Dix, which means we got Braden Montgomery and Nick Kurtz coming up behind that. Dylan Dreeling, Jackson Kent refractor, Victor Hurtado, Feldine Celestin, George Lombard, Jared Cerna, Clark Candiati, Tanner Jones, Caden Dana, and an outfield base auto of John Spikerman. So 2 Philly autos in this one with a Roman Anthony plasma power. All pitchers in box 1, and so far 3 for 3 all hitters in box number 2. 2 base and a Burkholder True Blue. Candiati, Tanner Jones, Jackson Kent. First round base Chrome, J.D. Dix, Braden Montgomery, and Nick Kurtz will give the top loads to, as well as that Connor Griffin green paper. Use one of our notched penny sleeves for that Braden Montgomery. For that Connor Griffin. Two more packs left from box number 2. Rich joining late. Any Josue De Paulas? We have Josue De Paula. I know I've said his name at least twice in Chrome. No, nothing color though. We have 2 colors in this one: a purple and a titanium. Kalen Culpepper. Ooh, interesting. No Tibbs with him. Probably next pack. Chase Harlan, Casey Cook, Jamie Ferrer, Eli Serrano, Aiden May, Blake Wright. Another Bazana. Cash Mayfield. Caleb Bonemer. Jose Perdomo. Aiden Major. LP Langevin, Chandler Welch. Leo DeVries, Berlin Brazaban, Sebastian Walcott, Tim Kentz. Purple is a shortstop. Jeremy Rodriguez, cool hit there. And we have a first on the titanium. I'm going to guess this is Brooks Auger. No, Ty Southesine, not even close. 51 of 100, Ty Southesine. Nice hit there. Caglione and Sebastian Walcott on the inaction and in tune. Nice hit for the Mets international signing from last year. So we got the Mets first international signing and the Mets first round draft pick on purple on both of them. All right, let's sleeve up the hits. Ty Southesine. 51 of 100 for the 4th rounder, number 120 pick there. Sleeve up our first rounder for the Twins, Culpepper, and first overall pick, Bazana. Let's see. What else do we have? Chris saying you're a New York Giants fan, so your team is atrocious and they will not see a playoffs for a while. I'm beginning to think I might be there as a Dolphin fan too. Gold coming up. Gold wave auto coming up here. I feel like we've only had 1 paper color hit so far in this one. Chrome, Aaron Parker, AJ Causey, Bryce Cunningham, Levi Sterling, Dante Nori and Treyas Savage, Christian Moore, Peyton Toll, John Spikerman, Nathan Flewelling, Nick Mitchell. There's that James Tibbs. Refractors of Wilkin, Augustin Ramirez, Braden Taylor, Trey Morgan. There's Dylan Cruz finally on the board in a refractor. Deber de los Santos, Paulinho Santana, Josiah Romeo, and the gold is another pitcher, Brandon Neely, 44 of 50 on the gold wave with a Brock Wilken plasma power. So our first pitcher of the box is a gold Brandon Neely. Let's see, 44. He is the 86th overall pick, third rounder. So two nice gold pitcher hits. Brandon Neely on the auto and Cam Caminiti on the inaction. There's a huge glare on that one. Let's get that off. There we go. That's better. All right, Christian Moore adding another base chrome. I'm going to have to get some more top loaders after we finish this box. There's Romeo on the refractor. Dylan Cruz, first time we've said his name tonight on a refractor. James Tibbs, Nori, and Savage. One more pack here. Might be the first South Scene. Meb, I think you're right. It might be the first South Scene I've hit of any type of color. No refractors in this one. We have a Trace Snyder chrome starting us off. Shojanaga, Bagwell, Sauki, Mathis, Jared Thomas. We have Blake Burke and Braylon Payne and Chase Burns, Gage Miller, Luciano, Ryan Campos. There's Josue DePaula, I believe, for the third time. Arjun Namala, Zaire Hope, Brock Porter, Dalton Rushing, Luis Quinipa, Samuel Basayo, and Vladimir Asensio. Bazana and Leo DeVries inserts. Let's see. Eddie Reiner's hit would be nice for Mike. Let's see. I know I've said his name, but yeah, no color yet for Reiner's. Only hit Reiner's color a couple times ever as well, if I remember correctly. Darren was a huge 86 Mets fan as a kid. I'm jealous. I was not alive for it. What was the number on that Connor Griffin? Let's see. The Connor Griffin was 47 of 99. My favorite number. I should remember that. Let's see. Darren, as a former Met fan, as a Met fan, can you guess why 47 is my favorite number? May not be the Met that you were thinking of, but it is a Met. It is not Tom Glavine. Randall Diaz, Brian Holiday, Ethan Schiefelbein, Ethan Anderson, Chris Cortez, Braylon Dowdy, Griffo Farrell, Bryce Rayner, Hagen Smith, Mike Sirota, Carson DiMartini, Rodney Green, refractors of Ryan Harvey. First time on the board for him. Luke Keeschel, Walker Jenkins, Pablo Guerrero, Adolfo Sanchez, Charlie Bielenson, Gage Zeal, Ryan Clifford, and Theo Geelin on the base auto with a Connor Griffin plasma power. So first round base auto there for Theo Geelin. We'll add that to the background. I think that's our first autograph of a first rounder in this break tonight. Oops. Zeal, Bielenson. I think it's Bielenson. Walker Jenkins, Ryan Harvey, Griffo Farrell, Omar Navarez, Jesse Orozco. It was not Navarez, and it was not Orozco. I will add that I was growing up in the late 90s, early 2000s, if that helps you narrow down my baseball number when I used to play baseball was always number 47 after a Met. What Met was it? I think Tom Glavine might have been the next Met to have it after this player. All right, I'm just going to grab some more top loaders for this last box. All right. And one more box to go. Yeah, Roscoe was 47, but that was not the Met I was thinking of. Played against Glavin in high school. Darren, that's it. Joe McEwing. The super utility man. Is he still on the Royals coaching staff? I know he was over there for a little while. He might have been on the White Sox coaching staff for a while too. Gotta love the super utility guys. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There, empty box number 3. And let's see what we could hit to finish this break off. Let me move the Theo Geelan over a little bit now. See Darren, who is your favorite Met ever? We have a blue, looks like maybe a gold lunar crater. I don't know if I've ever seen a gold lunar crater. Usually it's yellow and a lunar glow here. So 3 hits in the back here. We have a Blake Burke to start. Braylon Payne and Chase Burns couldn't be starting this box too much better. Gage Miller, Ivan Luciano, Ryan Campos, Aaron Parker, AJ Causey, Bryce Cunningham, Colt Emerson, Mick Abel, Tyson Neighbors, Brooks Auger, Vladdy Guerrero, Ethan Salas, Matt Shaw, Luis Baez. We have a first outfielder, John Spikerman, getting another hit. I believe he has a base auto and now a true blue 62 of 150. We have a lunar crater of Matt Shaw. And this is yellow. Brooks Auger on the yellow lunar crater, number 10 of 75 for the Dodgers pitcher. Braden Montgomery and Chase Burns on the inserts. So 3 hits there. 2 numbered, 1 yellow lunar crater, and 1 true blue. Chase Burns also getting a base chrome. Let's not forget the top loader. Tie between Doc and Daryl. I like that. Classic 86 players. We have this Matt Shaw to top load as well. Chris was always partial to Strawberry. Chris, who was your favorite Yankee ever? There's Blake Burke and Braylon Payne. Let's see our first auto of box number 3. As a kid, Don Mattingly. Classic there, too. I never had an issue with Don Mattingly, probably partially because I was too young to hate the Yankees too much at that point, but also because they weren't that good at that point. We have a Griffo Farrell, Bryce Rayner, and Hagen Smith. Mike Sirota, Carson DiMartini, Rodney Green, Trey Snyder, Cody Shojanaga, Ethan Bagwell, Casey Salke, Cole Mathis, Jared Thomas. There's our first Eddie Reinards, I believe. Eddie Reinards refractor. Carter Matheson, Nate Dome, Luke Holman, Griffin Burkholder, Jonathan Santucci, Kellen Lindsay, and Theo Geelan. And our base auto is Dante Nori, another first rounder with a Nick Kurtz plasma power. He was a rookie in 85, and you were 10 years old. Yep, I'd say David Wright is certainly up there for that reason for me as well. I remember being about 8 years old and seeing David Wright in spring training. Got him to sign his Bowman rookie card. There's Theo Geelan, Kellen Lindsay. I think I might have mentioned it a couple weeks ago, but I recently finally got that David Wright autographed Bowman card graded and authenticated by PSA. Surprisingly, after sitting around for all those years, it's still graded a 9. I guess I must have thrown it in a top loader and kept it somewhere safe after I got it signed. Excited to see his number retired this year. They announced this week the promotional schedule, and he's going to have a bobblehead as well, which I'm guessing will probably be on his number retiring day. Yeah, definitely a tough ending to his career, and a fitting ending in his last at bat, popping out to first base. Not quite the Derek Jeter send off. We have no color in this one after 3 in the last one. We have Connor Griffin starting us off. Carter Johnson, Beam, Jordan, Egan, Karen, Randall Diaz, Holiday, Brian Holiday, that is, Schiefelbein, Anderson, Cortez, Dowdy, George Lombard, Cerna, Clark Candiati, Tanner Jones, Caden Dana, Yoandy Morales, Juan Baez, Davison De Los Santos, Connor Griffin, and Christian Moore. And I got to open some more top loaders. All right. Let's see autograph number 2. Jeter Classic Yankee for Meb. Hate the Mets, but you'll say Keith Hernandez. Keith is still certainly a unique person. Looks like we have a refractor auto to 499 here. First one of those tonight. We have a sky blue as well. Cash Mayfield, 486 of 499. So we're going to have 2 numbered to 499s here. Tyson Lewis, Billy Amick, Cole Messina, Woody Hadeen, Eddie Reinards, Carter Matheson. We have to have said Reinards' name another time, so probably a few of him on the board now. Carter Matheson, Nate Dome, Luke Holman, Burkholder, Santucci, Lindsey, Geelan, refractor of Cam Smith and Caglione. Nice. Ooh, it's going to be a nice one. Caminiti, refractor. Hess, refractor. Tyson Lewis, Billy Amick, Cole Messina, Woody Hadeen, and the refractor auto is DeMartini. Lot of Philly hits tonight. Kyle Teal on the Plasma Power. Carson DeMartini, 116 of 499 for the shortstop prospect. Let's see, what's his pick? 130 overall there. No draft number match there. Kellen Lindsay and Theo Geelan, base chrome. Then a ton of really nice refractors. Dean, Tyson Lewis, Billy Amick, all nice names. Cole Messina. Ben Hess, first rounder for the Yankees. Caminiti, first rounder for the Braves. Cam Smith, first rounder for the Cubs, now an Astro. And maybe the biggest name in the product, Caglione. Certainly the biggest chase in the product. And a nice Cash Mayfield also. Seems to be a fan favorite already. Yep, Keith did plenty of crazy things. As far as your favorite Yankee, the 90s World Series teams, they did it the right way at the beginning, at least. Building it from the farm. And things got a little bit Dodger-esque after that. But we have a speckle, and it looks like a Aqualunar crater coming up. No color in the papers. We have a Bryce Cunningham, Levi Sterling, Dante Nori, Treya Savage, and Christian Moore. Peyton Toll, John Spikerman, Nathan Flewelling, Nick Mitchell, James Tibbs. Ooh, means maybe another Culpepper coming up somewhere. Bryce Eldridge, Yosua Lugo, Aiden Smith, Curly Martha, Dernish Valdez. First time, I think, maybe for all of them. Ryan Harvey, Luke Keishel, Walker Jenkins. Speckle is Carter Holton, the other Braves pitching prospect. And the Lunar Glow is another teal color match. Love that Topps put the teal on all the jerseys for the Mariners. Teal color match Felny and Celestin, 60 of 125 with Cam Caminiti and Dylan Cruz on the inserts. So 2 teal color matches for non-first Mariners prospects. Cool way to do some non-first prospect hits. Keith and Jim Leyland, says Meb. Gotta love some Jim Leyland also. I wish that the Mets, I forgot what year it was that Leyland was available, and I wanted them to get him. Maybe it was when we hired Willie Randolph, which turned out okay. I guess Buck Showalter will go down as a liked Met manager. One of 2 years went well. We have a Speckle auto coming up, and Caleb Bonemer getting another hit with the sky blue paper, 409 of 499. Ethan Bagwell in chrome, Sauki, Mathis, Thomas, Blake Burke, Braylon Payne, and Chase Burns. Gage Miller, Ivan Luciano, Ryan Campos, Aaron Parker, AJ Causey. Refractors of JD Dix, Braden Montgomery, and Nick Kurtz. Nice ones there. Dylan Dreeling, Brandon Neely, Fenwick Trimble, Ty Southesine, Geronda Berry, and Speckle third baseman Cole Mathis, number 71 of 71. Carson Benj on the Plasma Power. So we got a bookend. 71 of 71 on the serial number of Cole Mathis. Be crazy if he was 71st pick. No, too good to be true. 45th pick there, second rounder for the Cubs. Nice hit on that Cole Mathis, and gotta love the serial number 71 of 71. All right, we got DeBerry, Southesine, Trimble, Dreeling, Neely, and JD Dix all in refractors. Montgomery and Kurtz in refractors as well. I feel like we've got refractors of almost all of the big names tonight. Pretty sure we have Bazana, Caglione, Christian Moore, Braden Montgomery, and Kurtz on the board already in refractors. There's Burke and Payne in base chrome, and Caleb Bonemer with his second hit of the night. I believe he had a true green chrome earlier, and now the sky blue paper. All right, 2 packs left. Let's see if we get one more signature hit tonight. We have a pretty nice board in the back, but I'd like to get one more big one always. We have Fuchsia Lunar Crater and a purple here, so a couple more color hits coming up. We have Ariel Armis, Nick McLean, Blake Larson, Carter Holton, Boston Bateman, Ryan Waldschmidt, Cam Smith, and Caglione, Cam Caminiti, Ben Hess, Trey Morgan, Dylan Cruz, Deber De Los Santos, Paulinho Santana, Josiah Romeo, Jackson Kent, Victor Hurtado, Felnine Celestine, purple third base, Miles Naylor. We have hit so many Miles Naylor color cards. 138 of 250 there. And Josh Kuroda Grauer, couple of 3 back-to-back Oakland A's or Sacramento baseball team, whatever they're going to be called now. Seaver King there too. So Kuroda Grauer getting, let's see, that is number 80 of 190 there for the 75th overall pick. Just a reminder for anybody who wasn't in the break earlier when I mentioned it, we will be breaking back-to-back nights because of the Sapphire release. So we'll be back tomorrow night with a jumbo box, 2 hobby boxes, and a Sapphire. So I think I might have mistakenly wrote that that's a 9 autograph break in the listing. That is, of course, a 12 autograph break, the 5, 3, 3, and 1. So there'll be 12 autographs in the break tomorrow night, including our first Sapphire of the year. I don't know why I put that on already, but it's on. There's the Caglione. And let's see our second to last autograph. If that's it, Joe Torre. Joe Torre was the Mets manager. I'm guessing. I don't remember that, so I'm assuming it was before I was born. Was it before I was born? Was that in the 90s or was that in the 80s? All right. Ty Southacene, Geronda Berry, Ryan Johnson, Sissel, Cranton, Seaver King, Carson Benj and Brody Brecht, Bryce McCage, Josh Hartle, Kavaris Tears, Zach Erhard, refractors of Tears, Erhard, Armis, McLean, Larson, Holton, Bateman, Waldschmidt, and a base auto of Ethan Schiefelbein. Seaver King on the Plasma Power. Shift over some cards. And there's our top loader for the Schiefelbein. Who got the game-winning hit that went through Buckner's legs in the '86 World Series? Was it Mookie? Or did Mookie score? Was it Ray Knight? It was Mookie that got the hit. Ray Knight scored. All right, I had both ends of it there. Not bad considering it was 2 years before I was born. Of course, I've seen that replay as every even non-Met fan has hundreds of times. Anybody catch that Netflix announced that they're going to be doing a Mets organization documentary that's going to be coming out this year on the history of the team? Personally, I think they couldn't have picked a better organization to do. Definitely nothing homer about that. All right, no color there, but I think I saw gold in the paper. Yeah, gold coming up in the paper. We have Augustin Ramirez, 5 of 50 for the ex-Yankee, now Marlin. Johnny King, Antonacci, Herrick Hernandez, Nick Montgomery, Sloan, Cozart, J.D. Dix back on the board, which means Braden Montgomery and Nick Kurtz, Dylan Dreeling, Brandon Neely, Fenwick Trimble, Pablo Guerrero, Adolfo Sanchez, Bielenson, Zeal, Ryan Clifford, Brock Wilkin, Augustin Ramirez, Braden Taylor, Chase Burns, and Hagen Smith inserts. And sleeving these up and heading to our final autograph of the night, final top pack of the night. Can we get one more big hit? We had the 71 of 71 out of this box already, but I feel like we should be due for one more color hit. Was the Neely out of this one or was the Neely out of the previous box? I think that was definitely the previous box. Kurtz and Montgomery. And let's see. Torrey managed the Mets and played as the same first 2 years, so that had to be the 80s at least, if not the 70s. Sid Finch, of course. I couldn't tell you anything about him, but I definitely know the name. Love the next year Buckner's card showed a tunnel through his legs. Poor guy. Can we get one more color? No. Bunch of base in this one. There's the Kalen Culpepper that we were looking for from before. Chase Harlan, Casey Cook, Jamie Ferrer, Eli Serrano, Aiden May, Blake Wright, Travis Bazzana back on the board, Cash Mayfield, Caleb Bonemer, Cal Steven, Josh Kuroda Grauer. Refractors of Ryan Johnson, Titus Sissel, Hunter Cranton, Seaver King, Carson Benj, and Brody Brecht, Bryce McCage, Josh Hartle. We have a Bryce Rayner Plasma Power, and the final auto of the night is Connor Griffin. Maybe? Is that the hit of the night? Could be. That could be the best card of the night there on the final card of the break, the Connor Griffin base auto. The Neighbors was nice. The Cole Mathis was nice. The Brandon Neely, but the 9th overall pick getting an auto to finish might be the biggest hit of the night. Sweet one to finish for sure. Torrey 77 to 81. Sounds like around the time I was thinking. There's the Bazzana. We will recap all of the hits after I finish sleeving up these cards. Thank you, anybody who's signing off now for joining the break. It was a pretty well-rounded one. Handful of first rounders finally coming out of that last box. I think we got Jalen, Dante Nori, and Connor Griffin, in addition to that Cole Mathis 71 of 71 Speckle auto. So despite being a 4 base auto box, we still landed 3 first rounders in that one. So we'll take that. I imagine if that was a personal box, a Jalen Nori and Connor Griffin, along with that Cole Mathis, you're probably not too upset about that being your 5 autos. Forgot what the 5th was. Mathis auto is real nice. All right, let me organize these, and then we will see how many of each of the big names we had. How good is Saquon Barkley? All right, so I think maybe 3 of each. 3 Connor Griffins, 3 Cagliones, 3 Chase Burns, 4 Christian Moores, 3 Nick Kurtz, 3 Braden Montgomerys, and 2 Travis Bazzanas. So we had a pretty even distribution in this one, it seems, of our big names at least. I assume that means we had an even distribution of about everyone. All right, our other hits, we had Augustin Ramirez on the gold paper. Ethan Schiefelbein was our 5th auto there of that last box with the base auto. Miles Naylor purple, Kuroda Grauer fuchsia lunar crater, Caleb Bonemer sky blue paper, Braden Montgomery and Nick Kurtz refractors, Felnine Celestin aqua lunar crater color match, Carter Holton speckle, Cash Mayfield sky blue paper, Caglione refractor, Carson DiMartini refractor auto, Matt Shaw lunar crater, Spikerman true blue, Brooks Auger yellow lunar crater. Oh, Chase Burns did get 3. There's the Chase Burns 3rd one there. Ty Southacene titanium, Jeremy Rodriguez purple, Connor Griffin green paper, Spikerman all 3 of the Phillies, Burkholder, Spikerman, and DiMartini getting autos. Spikerman base, Bazzana refractor, McAble true blue, Ty Pete aqua color match there as well. Connor Griffin, a handful of hits tonight. That green paper, the refractor draft night, and the base auto. Another good night for him. Eli Serrano base auto. Ethan Salas lunar glow. Connor Griffin got a refractor too. Parker Smith teal lava there, or teal wave. There, Bazzana got 3 also. So all the big guys got 3. Chase Burns refractor, Caleb Bonemer true green, Chase Alsop speckle, teal wave Alexander Albertus, base autos of Johnny King and Brian Holiday and Bryce Cunningham, Christian Moore refractor, Felnine Celestine on the sky blue paper, Luis Baez on the lunar glow, and across the back, let's start with the gold auto of Brandon Neely, 44 of 50 for the 86th overall pick. Go Cam Caminiti second on the gold in action insert, 45 of 50. First rounder Dante Nori base auto. Theo Geelan first rounder auto. Travis Bazzana on the sky blue paper. Then I'm going to go Carson Benj purple. Griffin Burkholder true blue auto to 150, 95 of 150 for the 63rd pick. Tyson Neighbors blue wave auto number 33 of 150 for the 118th overall pick. Connor Griffin with the base auto and Cole Mathis with the speckle auto number 71 of 71. I'm going to call that the hit of the break because we got the serial number bookend there. All right, that is the break for tonight. Hopefully we see everybody back tomorrow night for our first Sapphire break of the year. Definitely excited to rip that box. And then again on Tuesday, Brian will be doing a hobby box, jumbo box, and Sapphire box. So back-to-back nights coming up of Sapphire. And we'll be running that Sapphire break with the 2 hobbies again next Sunday. Thanks for joining, Darren. Glad we were able to get you some cards, both Darren's and Rich, and everybody else for joining as well. Have a good night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.